morning, Richmond High. Today is Monday, February 10th, 2020. My name is Annalise Rana.
Y mi nombre es Mariela Camarena.
And we're here to bring you Richmond High Weekly News. Seniors, College and Career Center and EOP will be hosting Money Mondays every Monday this February. Come fill out financial aid applications and scholarships. Remember, if you want that money for college, financial aid applications are due March 2nd.
Seniors, el College and Career Center and EAOP organizarán Money Mondays cada lunes este febrero. Pueden agarrar ayuda financiera y obtener becas.
Artis is introducing 2 new changes to the discipline process. After the tardy bell, students walking in groups of 2 or more will be given a minor referral. After the first minor referral, 1 hour community service will be given. After the second, 3 hours of community service will be given. The third minor referral or failure to complete the service will result in a 1-day suspension. All of this can be avoided if you get to your class on time.
Habrá 2 cambios en el proceso de disciplina. Después de la campana de retraso, los estudiantes en grupos 2 o más recibirán una nota de referencia. La primera referencia sería 1 hora de comunitario, la segunda referencia será 3 horas de comunitarios, el tercer referencia o si no lo hacen serían suspendidos.
Starting this week, there will be beer weeks and announcements sponsored by the Black Student Union. Stay tuned for more information from the BSU for upcoming BSU events.
Hoy es la segunda semana del mes de la historia negra en Richmond High School. Nuestra escuela quiere reconocer la historia local e internacional que viene este mes. Durante este tiempo habrá semanas espirituales y anuncios esta semana. Estén atentos para más información de BSU también.
That's all we have for announcements today. Coming right up, take a look at what our students are up to in our student lifestyle.
This month, people in our neighborhoods will be voting on a very important measure, a measure that directly impacts all of us and our families. People will be voting on Measure R, which is a construction bond that would approve a $575 million plan to raise taxes in order to build, repair, and upgrade facilities in schools.
That's right. If this passes, Richmond High will be rebuilt.
Some schools don't have air conditioning, some schools have mold on the walls and leaky roofs. Some schools like ours were built without windows or natural sunlight. Measure R could change all that.
We understand that new construction won't fix everything our school needs. There are deeper issues that should be addressed involving our students and staff and the quality instruction we deserve. But constructing a safe and inspiring building could be the start to a major change, both in how we're viewed in the community and how we feel about ourselves entering the school.
We understand that this isn't free money. We know that this will have an impact on homeowners paying taxes, especially families who already struggle financially. But we also know the importance of communities who invest in their schools and invest in their youth. We are worth it.
The students of Richmond High have constantly demanded a new school with windows. The current building was built in 1969 and since then, it has only undergone small interior changes. Studies have shown that natural lighting directly impacts student learning, both their mentality and academic performance.
In our current building, classrooms and hallways don't provide an encouraging environment for learning. We see boring, plain classrooms with no windows, no sunlight, and no circulation of fresh air. Many rooms have moldy ceilings that seem to be falling apart. Although we see teachers making an attempt to provide colorful and encouraging spaces, this shouldn't be their responsibility. The district should provide these things.
In an article titled "Does Your Classroom Affect Student Learning" by Christy DePaul, she describes how colorful classrooms stimulate learning, furniture in a class can influence student behavior, and a classroom's modernization can improve a student's performance by 25%. It's not all about instruction. The actual space matters. And according to the article, the space can enhance concentration, support learning, and inspire students. We don't need articles and research to tell us what we already know from our experiences. We send people out to interview students on how classrooms encourage their learning.
Miss K's class because it's like colorful and like all the lights and the paintings are nice. You could just start. What class?
Okay, my favorite class is English class, which is Ms. Gom's class. I like it because like once I walk in, I feel very comfortable and welcome. The lighting is really dark, and that's something I like about the class, that it's dark and it has kind of a light, but it's more like relaxing.
I like Japon's class because of the poster that it has around as decoration, and also because it's like the perfect temperature. It's not cold and it's not too hot.
If the school were rebuilt, I would actually feel motivated to learn, and because Just seeing the same boring colors, dark colors, gets pretty whack. And having no windows is pretty lame. It gets boring. So if this
Currently, our school isn't built to adequately support all students. For one thing, our cafeteria can't feed all students at the same time, which caused huge lines. Many students skip lunch altogether to avoid the lines. Even if all students were to wait in line, we don't have enough seating or space for all students to eat in the cafeteria. Administrators tried to solve this issue by placing 2 lunch periods in the schedule. However, that has now cut our lunchtime to only 30 minutes and split students from eating with their friends. Going through a 7-hour school day with only a 30-minute break is just not fair or beneficial to student learning, and yet this is what Richmond High students experience because our facility wasn't built with us in mind.
Outside our building isn't much better. Our entire school is surrounded by gates and fences, which doesn't make it feel appealing. Students often voice the building resembles a prison because they feel locked in an area. There are no green areas around campus where students can hang out at. It would be nice to see more plants and trees around campus. We currently have a school garden which many students love and pour energy into, but it is located far away from the main campus. We need more of that and more encouragement to go outside rather than stay locked up.
This month, people will be voting on issues that directly impact us. We encourage you to get involved, stay informed, and talk with your friends, families, and community members about these topics. Our community is having important conversations right now. Will your voice be heard as part of the discussion?
Gives everyone the chance to learn about their Black history. Like, a lot of people don't know potato chips and peanut butter and the street lights, the light bulb, all the hairdresser, all that stuff came from Black people, and y'all don't know that. So I feel like that gives y'all an opportunity, like open heart surgery, Black person, but y'all didn't know that. So yeah, like, it's always something new.
Create cultural awareness to make our African American and Black students feel like they have a space on campus, an equal space, just like every other group on campus. So because our country has been, our African Americans, we've been through so much in this country for a long time, and it's important to have some type of positive situations or things going on to sort of help heal and grow from those situations.
Black History Month is super important because we're all able to acknowledge the history and culture that has grown throughout time, and especially at a school that's quite diverse.
It's also important to celebrate because simply, like, you just want to feel included in your community and at school.
Iguales, prácticamente no importa qué color sean, pero para mí todos somos iguales y prácticamente las personas negras han sufrido mucho en tiempo pasado y pues también es bueno como respetar.
I believe that we should celebrate Black History Month because Black history is everybody's history. You cannot discuss or talk about American history without talking about Black history.
Frankly tired of always talking about white people, and in history classes and in history books all we talk about is white folks. Nothing bad against them, but it's time to talk about the amazing, incredible people from the Black community who have made such strides in science, math, engineering, and the arts.
Creo que primero porque es una cultura que salió adelante, tuvieron muchas dificultades para ser respetados, y no creo que no solo deberíamos de respetar la cultura de la raza negra, sino que todas las culturas por igual, porque creo que todos somos iguales y necesitamos el mismo respeto que los demás.
The Black History Month, I think, is further educate people on African Americans and the struggles they had to go through, and the activist leaders and what they dealt with back then, and it's just really further others' education on our culture.
Hey, what are you doing on February 14th?
I'm going to the baile dance. Come to the baile this Friday on February 14th from 8 to 11 p.m. Buy your tickets at the cashier now.
Seniors, el College and Career Center y EAOP tendrán una organización llamada Money Mondays cada lunes.
Why do you look like that? You look scared.
Estudiantes, la clase de 2020 tendrá un baile de San Valentín. Okay. This is so sad. Okay. Estudiantes, la clase de 2020.
My face hurts.
Okay.
And that's our show for today. Tune in next week for Richmond High's Weekly News. Adios, Richmond High.